Hello! So it's been a few weeks because week 3, not a lot happened. Last week, something happened. So look, this is what happened. The plan is next week they're gonna carry on leveling. You see this light brown patch here? And then across over to there, they're gonna level that, take this hedgerow was, flatten that, and then the greenhouse builders are coming to mark it out end of next week, I think Thursday-ish possibly. So obviously we had loads of wet weather which put a halt to everything, and then last week we had some dry weather so they could do this, and I tell you what, it's like, it's dusty, it's great. So fingers crossed. Obviously I think there's showers tomorrow, which will be Monday. Hopefully it doesn't affect it too much, but they've done a lot this last week, so I'm gonna compile here how they've done it. We've got a delivery. I don't know what it is. I think he's got a digger on it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that. It's so big. Scaffolding is going up for the substation so they can come back and finish it the last little bit tomorrow next week. The scaffolders came and it's looking very safe and secure, so they'll be back in tomorrow to carry on. I think they've got a bit more to build up and then the roof will go on. Hello. So we've had another week and there's been a bit more groundwork going on. We've got, look at this big boy here, he's arrived. I don't know what it is. It's a digger. It's a digger and it's pretty big. This guy, I think he was here last week. And then we've got the biggest dumper in the world. It's not the biggest dumper in the world, but it's the biggest one here. So I'm gonna go show you this and I'll show you the groundwork that they're doing. It's rained, so progress has been halted this week. So like I say, it has been raining a lot. So it's been very, very wet. So the guys, when they've been doing the groundwork, they've been digging it and then immediately putting stone down so that the soil underneath and like the clay doesn't get sodden. That's the plan. So that's what they've been doing. So we've had loads of stone arrive this week. We've had these big boys. Hey up! Didn't know he was there. Let's have a look. Oh, look at him! So the plan, this has arrived end of the week. This arrived at the start of the week, but it's been stuck a few times in the mud, so we're giving up with him a little bit. This guy's going to be in use next week, and this guy turned up. So what they've been doing is they've been digging the ground away and then filling it with stone immediately. And the plan is to make a road all the way around, and then all the way around the back of the greenhouse, and then down the middle, so that we can get the big concrete truck and the steel work and everything as close to where it needs to be without going off-roading, like on mud, because you're just going to get stuck. Yeah, that's what's going on. And obviously the bulldozer being here, there's a bit of levelling to do, and I've heard that this half from here to here is a foot too high, so it's got to come off. They're going to put a laser on and they're going to push it all back and make that level. But what will happen is from the door, it's going to slope slightly down. So there might be like a foot difference between this end of the greenhouse, the middle of the greenhouse, and then that end of the greenhouse. And it's basically because we have the troughs drain off. So the whole greenhouse is actually sloped like this inside. And obviously the groundwork inside. So that's what they're going to be doing. They need to do a lot of excavation and levelling in this region. And that's what they're heading towards, and it looks like we've got a good week of weather next week towards the end, so they should be able to get quite a lot done. This past week has been wet. As you can see, there's still water on the ground here and there. Yeah, it's holding us up a little bit, but we should be ready. Dutch get here, the greenhouse builders get here, and they're getting here towards the end of August. I think it's 3rd week in August or last week in August, so there's a little bit of time. I think this week, this bulldozer is going to be put to its limit, so a lot of progress is going to happen. Fingers crossed if it stays dry. This is what they've been doing. So what they've been doing is taking a layer of ground off the grass and like a very small amount of topsoil, and then they've been putting this, did you call it MOT? They've been putting that down, and then they've been rolling it get it flat and hard as possible, but look, this is what we're having to contend with. There's been so much water. It's a bit of a pond. But this is why, as soon as they take the top layer off, they're putting stone straight down for this reason. And, you know, it's working, but it just means it's slower. So progress has been a bit slow this week. And the purpose of this we're calling it the yard. The purpose of the yard is so that we can put the steelwork down and any other storage. It gives them a base to work off, because you have to keep your steelwork clean. You can't go and put your steelwork on the grass and then build your greenhouse with it, and then you've got like mud and rubbish everywhere. So this is why they need this area. And obviously a lot of traffic coming in and out, big wagons. Don't know how they're going to do it quite yet. I think they might reverse up from there. Anyway, this is the plan. And what they have done looks good. Obviously that's a huge amount of water, but what can you do? At least it's not muddy. This they're keeping flat. This got really chewed up. This bad boy got stuck in here. But they've towards the end of the week they rolled it out, flattened it, which it's helped it. So, you know, you just got to work with this rain situation a bit. For anyone who cares, we've got a Volvo A25D. It's a 6-wheeler. I'm not sure how many ton it is. I think it's 15. I will put a correction on the screen. I want to go in it, but I really want to drive it. Look at that. Yeah. I don't come over here much in the week because it is quite strict on when all the guys are in here working and stuff. So the substation is nearly at the right height. Well, most of it's at the right height now. It's been a good week for it. Not had any rain. It's just the groundwork at the back which is sort of been a bit stunted, but looks good. Wow!
You can't get two.
Yeah, because but that's great start, isn't it? I love that bulldozer.
It's amazing. That's doing it all by itself.
Wow. So it's going like
up and down.
Up and down.
Yeah.
So it's got a GPS tracker on it. That is so cool. So all he has to do is drive and operate
he'll have to set it, you know.
the machine and the front pusher just goes up and down. That's so cool.
Just filling in this like a Dave Bailey put a grip on this side to stop the water going in.
Yeah.
See all the surface is what's it's moving with.
Yeah. So he's just tipping. Just
and his
on
surface
that
he'll
fresh
push to a
pile
line,
over
so
there.
he's sat on that pile.
Oh yeah, he's lock and loaded. Just filled the dumper. His dumper's not been stuck recently.
No, well they've got a road now.
Oh, that's so cool. Oh, wow. That is wicked.
See how he's backing up to him now?
Yeah, because when he's heavy.
Over the cab.
Right.
If you drew up,
Yeah.
you'd be loading over the cabs. So
Okay, yeah. My first guess was the least amount of reversing and turning while you're full up, the better. Because it'll just chew hell even more. That's so cool. Amazing. So there is a low spot here, so he's just sort of, it's slightly raised here, so he's just pushing it all into this dip. And then he comes along and then he skims this bit. Genius. wonder how heavy like a bucket full of that is. Yeah. I bet that's really heavy. Yeah. So we've had people working in here for 2 days and they've been cutting up concrete. Can I stand on it? Yeah, I can walk on it. Cool. Whoa. So when they cut it, it has water because obviously it gets very hot. It's a really cool machine. Look at that. And then they screw in 2 hooks and then lift it up with a forklift. Wow. This is about 800 kilograms, we have been told. What is it, about 6 inches thick? 8 inches? I don't know.
Well, we cut this out. Dug down 2 metres to put like a stone in. It's fell away. It's undermined it.
Right, yeah.
Down here, dig down there.
Yeah.
All the stone is going to fall out. Well, how do you get that back? Properly. Some bloody drill and all that.
Here is for the chimney. Chimney. So. Woohoo! Look at that. That's dead level, isn't it? Wow. So they've leveled the site. There's 3 guys that have been levelling the site. There was 1 guy on the bulldozer, then there was another guy on the digger scooping up like the excess and putting it into the dumper. So that's how the 3 were working, and like they loaded it onto this pile here, and then he scooped it up, put it in the dumper, and then drove it around here on this road, joined our road, which has been here a while, all the way along, and then has made a new mountain at the back. So we've got another mountain, but we've been using because in some spots it was low, so our clay mountain we've still got 1 mountain, but it's just changing. It's looking really good, really flat. See what this bulldozer is like, it's done with a laser and it's got a GPS on it, so the guy just drives it and the front, I don't know what it's called, like the pusher, like goes up and down and like moves. Oh, it's so cool. And I tell you what, it's perfect. It's spot on, it's amazing, it's great. Like, what a good job. And these 3 lads, they had obviously a few good days last week where it wasn't raining, and they've done so much, literally so quick, and all of a sudden it just changed. It was like, wow, like the amount of progress in a couple of days was like, whew. So they'll finish that off, this bit here, take this bit away, that bit over there, and then the greenhouse builders, Cambridge, they come to mark it out. So they're currently over in Lincoln somewhere. They've just built a greenhouse, so all the equipment's there. They're gonna bring it over, mark it out, fetch all the equipment, and then in the next few weeks they'll get started. So I think in probably like 2 or 3 weeks time we'll have steel work here. It'll be going up, there'll be loads of people on site. So it's still a bit quiet at the moment. There's still only like about 4 people on site-ish. We had some stone delivery. The idea was to put it down under this road that they've made, because this machinery is very heavy, all of it, and if you just went on straight with mud and just MOT, it's not going to be strong enough, and like if it does rain, it's just going to be an issue. You're going to get stuck. So they got this stone, I'm pretty certain that's what the stone was for. So they've laid the big stone and then the MOT on top, and then it's basically strong enough for everything, because this guy kept getting stuck 2 weeks ago, like halfway across that field, which I did cover that, I think. So that's what this is for. I'm pretty sure because they're gonna just like make a road down the middle. Oh, you can see where they're digging it. Let's have a look. So they're making this road down the middle, like I say, so they can get the concrete machine as close to as possible where it's gonna do its, what do they call it? I think it's like they do piles. They like it's like concrete pillars that the steelwork will stand on, which is obviously what holds the roof and the glass and everything else. So this road just means the truck can get in and then just pump it into where it needs to go. So this is, they've scooped some of this out, and what will happen eventually when we're all done, one of the sort of last things once the roof is on, they will extend the path from inside with a concrete path. So this door, when we're complete, will just open, and the greenhouse will just be continuous. So it'll come through there. That's the start of the greenhouse. So it'll come all the way here, and then it'll just keep going, identical. It's going to be great. Obviously, this is path 85. So this will be path 86. So I think we've got another 60 troughs, another 60 paths coming. So impressed. That's sick.